Hey my good friends, Sam Haymart. For Test Driven TV, I recently got the chance to test drive the 2017.5 Mazda 6 Sedan. Not the 2018 yet, but it's not quite here yet, and this is the latest greatest. My first driving impressions coming right up. Since the beginning, the Mazda 6 has always offered something different in the class of front-wheel drive mid-size sedans. It's always had the driving matters, the zoom, the can-say engineering, etc. This is to say, it's always been the driver's one. In the 2017.5 Mazda 6, this DNA continues to be the core of what sets it apart from the Toyota Camry, the Ford Fusion, the Honda Accord, and the Nissan Altimas of the world. It has a sharper edge when it comes to design and engineering, driving feel, and character. Though a refreshed Mazda 6 comes for 2018, the 2017.5 model we tested itself received a number of new things, particularly in our Grand Touring model. Here we had extras like blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alerts, lane keeping assist with steering assist, and forward emergency braking prompts. Styling remains the same outside as well as in the cabin, and ours was a healthy dose of stitched soft trims everywhere the hand could roam. The dash, the door panels, and even the console sides were soft and padded. Nice! Our Nappa leather seats were heated both front and rear, as was the steering wheel. Seats, as almost always in the Mazda 6, were more sporting than the norm and very comfortable for the long haul. The design of the cockpit is well laid out for a busy day of driving in the city or pleasure drives in the out there. Still not our favorite part of the interior is the infotainment system that stops being a touchscreen once the car is in motion. After that, you're forced to page through a litany of menus not intuitive at all, just to do simple things like tune a station or select one from a preset. Too many other car makers do this so much better, and it's lacking the basics like Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Powering the Mazda 6 this year remains one engine, a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter 4. In our Grand Touring, it's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, but a manual is available in other models. With 184 horsepower, it's running toward the back of the pack in terms of competitive power, though a turbocharged engine will be along next year to help that out. The engine is refined enough and has a pleasant demeanor, but the automatic transmission tends to be an unwilling accomplice to any kind of driving fun unless you set it in sport mode. Even there, it still wishes to bog the engine around town and save gas unless you mash the throttle to wake it up. Its mild tune does, however, return good fuel economy. It's rated at 27 mpg city, 35 mpg highway, and 30 mpg combined. In my week with it, I achieved an average 28 mpg in mostly city driving. I believe that 30 or more would be achieved easily with a balance of highway mixed in. Its chassis is tuned with a sharper feel and firmer ride than most of its competitors. Though the new Camry and the Accord have made inroads in their all-new versions, the Mazda 6 remains the sharpest driving tool of the bunch. Response and body motions are well controlled, and it gives a solid confidence when pushing the envelope, never costing you a quiet and relaxing ride when you drive as such. Priced at $34,070 with options, our tester was nearly maxed out, and the only value question that comes up is really about the fact that competitive horsepower in most of its peers is significantly more. Outside of that, the Mazda 6 continues to offer something fresh and unique in the segment where class average is the norm. Alright, there you have it for the 2017.5 Mazda 6 sedan and my first brief test drive. Now, obviously this is a short-lived review because the 2018 is on the way and there's a lot to talk about with that. New powertrain options, new styling, new features. But if you're looking right now, this is the car, and it's a pretty good one at that. Now obviously, I'll have a more detailed test drive when we drive the newer one, and until then, click right there, see our latest test drive review, or click right here and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because no matter what you do, I'll always tell you what I think.